Hey guys, this is Mantej here, and today I'll be guiding you through the process of morphing through Adobe Fantamorph. Uh, so what you'll need to do is basically first obviously turn it on, and like if you are not getting this project wizard, basically when you switch it on, this wizard automatically pops up. But if it isn't coming, go to File and New Project Wizard, or simply Control N as the shortcut. Uh, After you get to this point, you need to just create new project next, and over here you have four options: morph, wrap, sequence morph, and layer morph. We'll be talking about the other three in the later videos if I decide to post them. And so basically today we'll be talking about morphing. So select morph next. So these are the two images which you need to morph. The first image 1, is that it will come first, and then the second it will morph into image 2. So first select whichever image you want. Yeah, so yeah, so Obama and Morgan Freeman. Yeah, so after you select both the images, choose next, and this is the area where you have to like set it up properly, so that this is like to adjust your image. So what you need to do is check these 2 points: allow crop outside and show opposite image. What the show opposite image allows you is that you can now actually see the other image as you're cropping this one. What you want to do is try to align the pictures. These pictures are really like small, so I can't do much changes in it, and they're almost aligned. What you want to do in this part is that you want to align the eyes, ears, and everything as much as you can by cropping it up, putting it up, down, whatever you want. It is not necessary that everything should be aligned, because that isn't possible for most of the faces, but try to do it as much as you can. So after you finish this, select next. The movie length and movie size, this you should know if you have already used a movie making software, but it basically suggests the number of frames, how many number of frames that will come into the morph and change it. So yeah, then select next, finish. So the face locator, we'll be talking about it later. It is an easier method of finishing it up. It is usually there in the latest version of Adobe in this Fantamorph, but I'll be teaching you from scratch. So this is how we start it now. So always keep this playing, so you'll get to know how the image is morphing in and out. So I always start with the eyes. So what you want to do is select the line part. This actually allows you to this and the pointer. So we'll be adding these dots, and as you see that I added a dot here, it automatically came on this side. So I'll be creating a pathway for my morph. So I'll just create an outline of the eye like this, and as you can see that as I align the same points to the other image, this image actually gets more. The eye part is actually changing in and out. Yeah. So after doing that, you can add one more for an eyeball. So the more number of points you give, the more amount of detailing you'll achieve. That is one thing. So it basically depends on how much time you have. So now we'll be doing the eyebrows of this card. Yep. Morgan Freeman doesn't seem to have eyebrows mostly. where we'll be arranging it in yeah. So now you can see that how it's actually changing from this part to that part. Okay, so yep, this is one of the problems when you use line. It keeps getting attached, so you need to use the -1 to remove it after you enter into the next one. So let's finish off with the eye part pretty quick. If you're wondering how I'm scrolling up and down, it's using the zooming in and out from the scroll bar. And as you can see, like when I'm selecting this point over here, the point over there is getting highlighted, that this part I'm actually selecting. So that's actually very useful. Okay, so quickly we'll be finishing this. So you can see that I did more amount of detailing in this eye than in that eye. You'll be able to spot the difference as it morphs. The more amount of points you provide, the better is the morph that will take place. So you can actually see how this one actually comes out better than this eye. So we'll provide another point for the eyeball here as well. Now you can compare these two, how they are morphing in and out. So after this we'll proceed to the nose. Okay, so select the line thing again and draw a path for the nose. And then align the same thing on this side. Yeah, so you can see how that came out. The nose, eyes all are done. We can put another pointer for the tip of the nose to give a better mark. After this you want to go for the lips and then for the face. I'll be running it, skipping to the final product because I've already shown you how to do the detailing. So okay, so this is how it looks like after all the parameters have been added, the facial, the around the face thing, for the hair, ears and everything. So you can see that how the morphing is actually happening. Now to explain these glitches, there are sometimes these really small glitches are formed which actually make it look really bad. So these glitches are basically when you see that this line is actually stretching over here and this line from here is stretching here, so it's actually creating a tear over there. So if you just move it a bit to the right, this part, and yeah, so a bit of adjustment for this, and these type of glitches can be solved because they actually make it look really unrealistic. So as you can see that now it actually looks like a proper morph from one face to another. This isn't a perfect morph because you can actually add more detail to it, which will take a lot of time, but since we are short in it, so I'll just explain this much. Now, over here, after you've finished creating your morph, you can go to this export movie. Over here, you can select, there are a series of options which you can select from: image sequence, AVI movie, animated GIFs, and all. So, to create a movie or a GIF, mostly these two are used. Flash movies, web pages, screensavers, these are mostly not used. If you want a sequential image from every single, like, you want, sorry for that. Yeah, so if you want a sequential and from like sequential pictures showing each and every frame, this is what you'll choose, image sequence. But right now we'll go for animated movie. You can either choose all, which will actually show this entire thing which is going front and back, or you can choose current, which will just show you. This basically is mostly for sequence morph, so I'll explain these things later, which is not exactly required right now mostly. AVI speed is the like frame per second, so we have 30 frames over here. 15 will actually make this movie of 2 seconds, that means 15 frames per second. I think it'd be better if we reduce it and make the movie of at least like around 4 seconds, yeah. So after doing this, you can simply click on export, select the space where you wanna export it, save, and this is how it comes up. Sorry again for that. So this is how it turns out to be. So now I was talking about the other option which we had. Uh, yeah, so again the same thing. Yeah, this was mostly aligned, so we don't need to do much over here. So the face locator. Now what the face locator does is it automatically creates most of these things, and you can actually adjust it. You can use this thing over here, this point, set face location, and choose most of the face area that is required for the morphing. Okay, this portion is actually giving us a bit of problem. It's not allowing us to select the whole thing. I think there should be a possible solution to do this. Okay, just a sec, let me check this out. This is not supposed to happen. If we broaden the image a bit, give it a bit extra space, that should work. Okay, so we'll go back to the new project wizard. It's all messed up again. Yeah, so okay, yeah, select the images again. So where we'll extend this boundary a bit, give it some more space. And in this part, we'll just adjust the face, the eyes, the nose, the ears, and everything. Next, face locator. Okay, so now we can actually select most of the face. Yeah, most of the face. Okay, so from this face model, you can actually select the type of points you want. I usually prefer this one. So as you keep on making changes in this and keep aligning this, the other points will align themselves on their own. It's actually, the software is really smart in this sense, as it senses the facial boundary and aligns itself mostly. So after you finish one, go to the next one. I know we are not being able to do the whole thing right now, but we can make changes to it later on. So this face locator actually makes the work much easier and faster. Although the detailing in this is quite low, but you can use this as a start and then do further details later on as you keep morphing. So you can see that it's keeping on adjusting itself to this. Yeah. So after we are done with this, just click apply all. And you can see that it actually has created this pattern over here. We can select this. You can actually notice that the morphing is actually pretty good. You can make a few changes that are required, a few adjustments, add some more points to make it actually look better. Maybe adding this further detail for the hair boundary, and then do the same thing which you did for the last one. So this is face locator. It actually makes your work pretty easy and fast. So okay guys, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and if you have any other further questions, you can always comment. I'll reply to them as soon as possible. Thank you.